What's going on, everyone out there in YouTube land? Today we're going to check out a Squonk device. This one is a collaboration between Mr. Mike Vapes and WoToFo. Today we're going to check out the ReCurve Squonk. Yes, got the ReCurve RDA, also designed by Mike. RDA sitting on top of the ReCurve Squonk, kind of like the ReCurve setup, I guess. I got the bottle loaded up with some of the icing on the flake. 21700 battery installed, and I got a single coil build in here. No clue what build it is, but I know it's vaping, and that's all that matters. So, let's have a quick vape, and we'll talk about the ReCurve. Whoa, almost dropped it. There we go. A beautiful combination and a very, very comfortable device. Now, the ReCurve sent over directly by WoToFo for the purpose of this review. If you guys are looking to pick one up or check one out, I'll have links posted in the description. Going price at anywhere between $47 and $49.99. So inside the box, you will get the ReCurve Squonk device, which will include one Squonk bottle that comes pre-installed. You'll get an 18650 battery adapter, a 20650 battery adapter, USB or micro USB charging cable, and a user manual. Dimensions on the ReCurve: 90 millimeters tall, 60 millimeters wide, and 27 millimeters thick. It is constructed of a zinc alloy. It has a nice rubberized coating on it, feels great in the hands, and it is available in 5 different colors. This is the gunmetal or the black and gray. Now, this is an unregulated device. It's not mechanical, it's not regulated. It does have a chip, but you don't have the ability to adjust your wattage. There is no screen on it, and the way it works, it's going to pull your voltage or your wattage directly from your battery depending on the resistance of your coil. So you're going to have to know your Ohm's law or download an Ohm's law calculator. Most websites are stating that it has an 80 watt maximum output, but if you're using a 21700 with the lowest build possible, you can actually get almost 110 watts out of this device. The output voltage is between 3.2 and 4.2 volts. It will fire down to a 0.08, and the voltage cutoff is going to be 3.2 volts. So when your battery reaches 3.2 volts, the device will turn off, and it's time to change your battery. Along the top, we're going to have your stainless steel 510 connection with a gold-plated bottom-feeding 510 pin in the center. We have the ReCurve logo, laser etched into the finish. Now, the ReCurve will look good with atomizers up to 26 millimeters. I don't think I have a 26 laying around, but I do have a very common 25 millimeter, the BTFC RDA. And if we put this 25 millimeter on top, you'll see that it lines up beautifully. We got a little room to fit a 26 on top of here, but 26 isn't that common. But there's a 25 millimeter, as you can see there. Looks beautiful. Along the side, or the front, or the face, however you want to call it, we're going to have your micro USB charge port. This one does have 2 amp quick charge, so it will charge your batteries fairly quick. Of course, there are no firmware updates because it is not technically a regulated device. Along the side, we're going to have your firing switch. Nice, comfortable, clicky, responsive button. I love the way it's curved. Along with the device, it has that kind of pistol grip style, so your fingers laying perfectly right there, and your squonking fingers right there. So everything lines up perfectly, and it's a super, super comfortable device. 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll notice an LED light behind the bottle that will indicate if the device is on or off. It also indicates a few other things like when your battery is charged and a few other safety precautions that we'll go over in a moment. The light does not light up when you're vaping. So when you're holding down the button, the light's not going to light up unless you don't have an atomizer sitting on top. We got an 8mm Squonk bottle. I believe it's one of those super soft bottles, really squishy. Here's going to be your not your battery door, but your squonking door, held on with 2 magnets. Your 8mm Squonk bottle, and these are standard bottles, so you can pretty much use any bottle you like that will fit. It's not like a special bottle that you need to buy. Pop it out. The little Squonk tube does come pre-cut, so it's all ready to go. Delrin cap on here. And when you're filling it, you want to make sure you grab the top right here, because if you grab right here to try to tighten it, you're going to squirt all the liquid out. So I always grab it right here, and then when you go to install it, it's pretty simple. There's not that much extra tubing at the top here, because it's a really snug fit, so you just want to slide it on there, pop it in, and you're pretty much good to go. The magnets on the door, nice and sturdy, nice and tight. You don't got to worry about the door popping off or the battery pop or the bottle popping out. And at the bottom, we've got the Mike Vapes logo, because this is a collaboration between Mike and WoToFo. And then on the opposite side is going to be your battery door. Now this one will work with pretty much every battery. 21700, 2700, 20650, and 18650. If you're using a 18650 or a 2650, you're going to have to use one of the provided adapters. This is the 18650, this is the 2650. But if you're using a 21 or 2700, there is no adapter needed. When using a 21700, keep in mind it's going to be a very tight fit. So you want to make sure you put your battery in perfectly straight. And what I do like, the indicators, you can actually see them. White on gray or white on black, positive up, spring-loaded gold-plated contact located at the top. Absolutely no battery rattle because the battery sits in there so tight. And we do have reverse battery protection. So if you put your battery in the wrong way, you don't have to worry about frying it. But as you can see here, the battery is just really tight. Nice tight battery door with 2 magnets. Pop it on, preferably the right way. There we go. Now the LED light that I was talking about earlier, it does a few different things. It's going to blink 5 times to indicate a short circuit. It'll blink 10 times to indicate low voltage. The LED light is going to stay lit when you're charging, and it's going to turn off when the charge is complete. The LED light will also stay lit to indicate the device is overheating, and it's actually going to blink 1 time when it doesn't recognize an atomizer. As far as safety features are concerned, like I said earlier, it's unregulated, but it actually has safety features because it does use a chip. So it does have your short circuit protection, your low voltage protection, overheat protection. It does have a 10-second cutoff, reverse battery protection, and overcharge protection. Holy hell, this thing is safe as hell. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the ReCurve Squonk. Let's jump back up and let's have a vape, shall we? So 2 things about the ReCurve I noticed when I first pulled it out of the box is the weight. It's a nice, heavy, durable device. And it's not heavy in a bad way. It's heavy to where it actually feels like money well spent. And also, if you drop it on the ground, you don't feel like you're going to break it. With a lot of these cheaper plastic Squonk devices on the market, this one I would say is probably the most durable. Also, the curves, very comfortable. You got the pistol grip in the back, which sits in your hand beautifully. Your button lines up with your Squonk bottle. I thought it was well thought out. Now, the ReCurve RDA measures only 22 millimeters, but the device will actually look good with up to 26, which is a huge bonus for me. The button, nice and clicky. Love that curve, very comfortable. The Squonk bottle only comes with 1. A lot of people will complain, why didn't I get 2? But Mike did say it's a very standard bottle. You can pretty much use any bottle you want. And if it was a proprietary bottle, they would have included 2. But since it's so standard, they just included 1 to keep the price down. But in the future, WoToFo might actually be releasing some different colors. The battery door, nice and tight. Once again, no issues with the door. If you want to be really anal, you can slap it around and get a little bit of movement off it. But I found out if you just take the door off, give it a really firm squeeze, you can actually have it on there so tight to where you don't get any kind of movement whatsoever. So that's really nice. 4 battery options. We went through them already. 21700 I think is probably the best option. And a lot of websites are stating that it has an 80 watt max output. But if you're using a 21700 with the lowest build possible, I got the Nada on top of here, which is not in Squonk mode. But I usually vape this build at 95 watts, and on the ReCurve, I'm getting the same vape as I would if I was vaping on a regulated device at 95 watts. So you can get at least, or at the max, should I say, about 110 watts off this device. Also, a little confusion early on. Some thought that it might have a 3.8 or 3.6 volt cutoff. No, it has a 3.3 volt cutoff. So keep that in mind. Unregulated, so of course, as your battery drains, the voltage drops. But my only complaint with this device, early on, Mike had a prototype, and when you vaped, the bottle would light up. I thought that was super cool, but he got rid of that. So now the light only comes on if you have an error or if it's overheating or when you're charging. So, you know, more of a personal opinion. But other than that, this thing is damn perfect. I know I'm friends with Mike, so you guys may think it's a little biased, but I think it's an awesome Squonk mod. Really, really sweet. Great job. And that's it. That's the ReCurve, folks. Comments or questions, you know exactly what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to everyone very, very soon. Make sure you guys build safe. And as always, vape on.